No, shit. Perfect start to the video. Alright. I just finished breakfast. It's the perfect time to make a video. Let's go for it, shall we? Okay. So, I guess we're talking about multiple things today. Let's talk about a new training regimen. Yeah. So, one of you asked me, hey, Damon, what's your training regimen? And I shall tell you what the training regimen is. As you asked, and I keep my promises. So, in one of my earlier videos, I talked about the idea of intensity versus repetitions, right? And that more doesn't equal is better. So I knew a training regimen which I had very good success in, has been based off that. You see, Mike Paraus, the bodybuilder during Arnold's time, if I'm even saying his name right. Anyway, the point is, there was an Olympian, and one Olympian Arnold won. Many agree he should not have, but instead, Mike Perez should have won. He was a man who politics held him back. He believed that you should go for intensity over volume. And this means he would do supersets, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Essentially, these sets he would do would be as hard as he could do them. So, I'll tell you my training regimen now, since I have very training system. My main core exercises are the bench, squat, and deadlift. I do typically 2 sets of them. Then I've added a couple of rows to my exercise and a couple leg exercises. And now I'm going to add a couple of joint mobility exercises, so it's ligament strength exercises to help deal with my joint issues. Yeah. However, I'm also going to talk about the advantages to this training and the disadvantages, I guess you could say. So, the reason why I chose this training regimen is because I have found success in it, but also because for multiple reasons. I'll get over them. The first reason is I am very prone to injury, mainly in my 2 bad joints. I'm very prone to injury with weightlifting. Not only that, but because I do martial arts and I train outside and I have a life outside the gym, or I want to anyway, I can't spend 2 hours at the gym because, well, I just don't want to. You know, I love weightlifting, and if I was just trying to become buff and jacked, I would love to spend 2 hours in the gym. However, I do jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, so it's very hard for me to recover from. Now I'm going to tell you, from our personal experience, what advantages this offers you. First off, it's a lot more time-friendly. I do stretches, so I'm at the gym for a little longer, for like an hour. But if you didn't do any stretching afterwards, which I recommend you should do, you'll be at the gym for 40 to 50 minutes. Another upside to this training regimen is that if you're like me, it takes you a while to recover, decent while to recover, and you get injured more easier, it can help you. Don't use what you can handle. Now, what are the downsides to this? Well, I guess the downsides are, first off, you kind of have to put everything you have into those 2 sets, which for some people is not possible, or they don't want to. The second downside is, well, it's not, I guess, it's a lot harder to target specific muscle groups. While you still can, and there are ways to do it, it's not the most it goes against conventional wisdom, and a lot of people might not agree to it. Also, if the weight you're lifting is too heavy, you can injure yourself if you push yourself too far. So you have to know when to stop. Now you could say that the same with Arnold's train style, the one where high repetitions, a lot of sets, low weight. However, with this train style, it's even more big of a risk, I would say, because you're giving your all for those 2 sets. So really, if you know your limitations is not a weakness, but for beginners, it could be. So if you're a beginner, I don't recommend this type of training. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. But just be careful with that. And yeah. That's really it. Also, I guess another downside too that I think about is you can't do nearly as much exercise as you want. For example, if you do a bench that day and you do a squat, your legs and arms are going to kind of be tired to some degree. So your leg arm exercise will be kind of done for. So you kind of have to split your exercises a little more carefully throughout, especially if you don't have the best muscle endurance. Which, I guess is a downside. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day. And, I don't know, if you got any training tips you want me to try? Or dining tips, I guess? And you know something about it? I would love to hear about it. Because I'm always trying to learn more knowledge. I see you, my dudes.